Some stories never die. They linger in whispers and shadows. Welcome to Whispers in the Shadows HQ. In the heart of Louisiana, beneath a canopy of ancient oaks draped in Spanish moss, stands a house built on mystery and tragedy, the Myrtles Plantation. For over 200 years, it has been called one of the most haunted places in America. But are the chilling tales just folklore, or do the spirits of the past truly wander these halls? Join us as we step through the veil and investigate the haunting of the Myrtles Plantation. Built in 1796 by General David Bradford, also known as Whiskey Dave from the Whiskey Rebellion, the Myrtles Plantation started as a sprawling antebellum home. Its grand verandas and lush gardens masked a history that would soon be steeped in sorrow. The plantation passed through several hands, surviving the Civil War and witnessing generations of life and loss within its walls. Over time, the line between history and legend began to blur, and stories of restless spirits started to emerge from the shadows of its past. Perhaps the most famous and most tragic of these stories is the legend of Chloe. As the tale goes, Chloe was an enslaved woman on the plantation. Fearing she would be sent away from the main house, she was said to have eavesdropped on the family's private conversations. When she was caught, her punishment was severe. Seeking to redeem herself, Chloe allegedly baked a cake containing oleander leaves, intending only to make the family slightly ill so she could nurse them back to health and regain their favor. Tragically, the plan went horribly wrong. The poison was far more potent than she intended. Sarah, the wife of Clark Woodruff, and 2 of her children were said to have died from the poisoned cake. In the ensuing panic and rage, Chloe was reportedly hanged by fellow enslaved people and her body thrown into the Mississippi River. Her spirit, it is said, never left. Visitors and staff alike have reported seeing the apparition of a woman in a green turban wandering the property, her sad eyes forever searching. Is she a malevolent spirit or a tortured soul forever bound to the site of her greatest mistake? Many believe her presence is most strongly felt near a particular mirror in the home, where she and the children she accidentally harmed are sometimes seen. But Chloe is not the only ghost said to walk the halls of the Myrtles. The spirits of the Woodruff children themselves are frequently reported. The sounds of children playing, laughing, or crying are often heard in empty rooms. Some have felt the sensation of a small hand tugging at their clothes or hair. A bouncing ball has been heard on the grand staircase, only to cease the moment someone goes to investigate. Paranormal investigators have captured audio recordings of what sounds like children's voices, asking questions like, "Who are you?" These innocent-sounding encounters add a layer of deep sadness to the plantation's haunted reputation. Then, there is the grand staircase itself, a focal point for much of the paranormal activity. This staircase is believed to be haunted by the ghost of William Drew Winter, an attorney who lived at the plantation in the late 19th century. According to the legend, Winter was shot on the front porch by a stranger. Mortally wounded, he staggered back into the house, climbed the staircase, and died on the 17th step in his wife's arms. To this day, staff and visitors report hearing heavy, phantom footsteps ascending those very stairs, only to stop abruptly on that fateful 17th step. Some have even reported seeing the apparition of a man struggling up the stairs before vanishing into thin air. The encounters aren't limited to just a few isolated incidents. They are a constant, almost daily occurrence for those who live and work at the Myrtles. We spoke to a tour guide who has worked at the plantation for years. She told us, "You get used to it, but you never ignore it." I was locking up one night and heard a clear female voice humming a lullaby from the children's bedroom. I was the only one in the house. A tourist shared his experience. My wife and I were taking a picture in the main hall mirror. When we looked at the photo later, there were faces in the mirror with us, faces that weren't ours. It was terrifying. Another visitor reported, I was standing on the veranda when I felt a cold spot wash over me, and the distinct feeling that someone was standing right behind me. When I turned, there was no one there. These modern accounts keep the legends alive, turning history into a chilling, present-day reality. Given its reputation, the Myrtles has become a prime location for paranormal investigations. Teams from all over the world have brought their equipment, EMF detectors, thermal cameras, spirit boxes, in hopes of capturing definitive proof of the afterlife. And many believe they have succeeded. Investigators have recorded drastic temperature drops in specific rooms, electronic voice phenomena or EVPs, capturing disembodied voices answering direct questions. Thermal imaging has revealed human-shaped figures appearing and disappearing in empty hallways. Strange, glowing orbs of light are a common sight in photographs taken inside the house. While skeptics might explain these away as dust particles or equipment malfunctions, the sheer volume and consistency of the evidence gathered at the Myrtles is difficult to dismiss entirely. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Skeptics offer logical explanations for many of the phenomena. The house is old, and old houses creak, settle, and make strange noises. The power of suggestion is strong, especially in a place so famous for being haunted. Visitors arrive expecting to see or hear something, and their minds might play tricks on them. Psychologists also point to infrasound, low-frequency sound below the range of human hearing, which can be produced by wind or old pipes, and is known to cause feelings of unease, dread, and even visual hallucinations. And what of the history itself? Some historians have found no records of an enslaved woman named Chloe, or of the Woodruff family being poisoned. Could the most famous story be just that? A story created to draw in curious tourists? But whether the apparitions are spirits of the deceased or projections of our own minds, the power of the Myrtles Plantation is undeniable. It stands as a historical monument, a beautiful but somber reminder of a complex and often painful period in American history. The stories, whether true or not, force us to confront the suffering that took place on plantations like this across the South. Perhaps the true haunting is not by individual ghosts, but by the collective memory of the past, an echo that refuses to fade. The Myrtles stands as a reminder of pain, of loss, and of echoes that refuse to fade. Whether haunted by ghosts or memories, it remains one of America's most mysterious homes. The whispers of the past continue to drift through the Spanish moss, inviting us to listen, to question, and to wonder what truly lies in the shadows. Thank you for joining us on this investigation. If you have your own stories about the Myrtles or other haunted places, share them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next journey into the unknown. Until the next shadow falls, shadow